This is the first expensive microphone I bought for my home studio. I understand that $400 for some of you doesn't necessarily fall in the expensive microphone category, but starting out with an AT2020 and Rode NT1A, upgrading to the likes of an SM7B was like switching over from a Windows computer to these new M-chipped MacBooks. The SM7B was the mic that initially inspired me to make my first best microphones video. And because of the success of that video and all your unbelievable support, I've been so blessed to continue reviewing and collect more extraordinary sounding microphones. But today I came across a video that reminded me that it all started with this. Shure have set such a high standard with their dynamic microphones that we have Benny Blanco not just capturing Ed Sheeran's voice with the SM7B, but also his acoustic. And when it comes to the $100 SM57, I mean, even in 2026, it's the most used and probably overall the most popular microphone of all time. Now, I'm bringing up the S tier standard of Shure's dynamic microphones because when it comes to the condenser range, they've struggled to reach the same heights. I get that it is a little bit harsh judging a microphone's success versus that of the SM7B and SM57 because so many people use these dynamic microphones beyond just recording vocals, and they've been so good for decades and decades now. But I think that's exactly the reason why it's surprising that Shure's condenser microphones haven't left more of a mark. But a year and a half ago, Shure reminded us that they can make good condenser microphones, and that started with the release of the SM4. Now, I've featured this microphone in quite a few videos lately, and having followed the buzz around the SM4, Shure haven't ventured far from this winning formula with the release of the new KSM32, KSM40C, and KSM44MP. Priced between $660 and $1,100, Shure have continued the cylinder design, and similar to the SM4, you get a padded carry case, compact stand mount, shock mount, and magnetic pop filter. But in addition to that, all three KSM models have roll-off and attenuation, with the 44MP offering 2 additional polar pattern options. I've always been a big fan of the KSM32, and I'd easily have it in my top 3 of the best microphones you can get under $1,000, but this upgrade, according to Shure, is as good, if not better.
I found myself dreaming in silver and gold, like a scene from a movie that every broken heart knows. We were walking on moonlight and you pulled me close. Split second and you disappeared, and I was all alone. I woke up in tears with you by my side, a breath of relief, and I realized, no, we ain't promised tomorrow. So I'm gonna love you like I'm gonna lose you, and I'm gonna hold you like I'm saying goodbye. Wherever I'm standing, I won't take you for granted, 'cause we'll never know when we run out of time. So I'm gonna love you. Split second and you disappeared, and I was all alone. Split second and you disappeared, and I was all alone. Split second and you disappeared, and I was all alone. Split second and you disappeared, and I was all alone.
Now for the final take. First off, this SM4 sounds so solid for a $200 microphone, and in that sound test I'm reminded again why I have this microphone as number 2 on my top 10 budget mic list. When it comes to the KSM32C, it does have a really nice tone to it, but of course when it comes to the expectation that I've set on this microphone based on my previous KSM32 experience, it doesn't blow me away nearly as much as the 40 40C and the 44MP. Both of these microphones are just a step up in terms of tonality. I did have the roll-off of both of these microphones engaged. That's why when you jump over from the 32 to this, it does sound a little bit cleaner. But the surprising thing is that the vocal didn't lose any of its body. And I think that's really impressive, especially when you go beyond vocal recording and you want to record a drum set as overheads or even an acoustic guitar or pretty much anything. How the polar pattern options sound and how the roll-off and attenuation works and engages, it's really important when you want to go beyond vocals. And I feel that's exactly what these two microphones do very well. At the end of the day, I don't think any microphone can overtake what the SM7B and SM57 offer on a daily basis. But when it comes to condenser microphones, especially beyond vocals, I feel with this new range, Shure is definitely starting to leave their mark. A huge shout out to Sweetwater for sending these through and making this video possible. And as always, if you're interested in one of these, I will leave a link down in the description below. And as I gaze upon this SM4, if you'd like to see how this microphone compared in terms of sound versus 14 other budget microphones, make sure to check out this video.